Hello everyone and welcome to another Ron TV Metro episode. And today we're gonna have street food. Yep, street food. I knew one of these days I'll be featuring it. And here we are. I did buy a few items for me to showcase. And let me show you what they are. I'll be using this trusted stick for this video. And mind you, no food was injured in the filming of this video. Maybe just my pride. Okay, first off is Fishball. Now you're saying, Ron, what the heck are you talking about? This doesn't look like a ball. It looks more of like a flat circle. Well, back in the day, it used to be shaped like a ball. But thanks to cost cutting, it's shaped like this now. They do have a little bit of fish, but just mostly the taste of it because a large percentage of this tiny piece is mostly flour. But it's good. Let me show you. It comes. All these food come with a dipping sauce, and this is it. I chose the sweetened one because they only have two varieties, it's either the sweet or the spicy. And much as I'd like to sweat all day, I choose a sweet one. So let's dip it there. Let's give it a good taste. I was planning on using the chopsticks, but I had a lot of accidents while filming it. So there. You could taste the flour, yes. It's a little bit bready. But there's a tidbit of fish taste. And tastes more like codfish. I forgot what they call it sometimes, but usually what they usually use is codfish. So that's usually the easiest fish to process in terms of doing this kind of food. And next, let me just, it's too far from me. Alright, let's give it a good whacking. There you go. Now you'll have a real ball in your mouth. Because this is squid balls. Squid. Made out of squid. And a lot of flour. Again, like the fish balls, it does have a lot of flour. But mixed with the sweetened deep dip sauce, it's pretty good. Now this is actually more filling than the fish ball. Now the fish ball and actually most of this you could buy in the supermarket as well. If you want to do it at home, just go to any supermarket here in the Philippines, or I'm not too sure whether the Asian supermarkets in the US has this, but they probably do, especially the Filipino supermarkets. If you are in New York, try to find this in your Filipino supermarkets. And if we do, please let me know. I am interested to know whether they actually sell these kind of products, street food products in the supermarket in the US. Our third item is this. No, it's not a fish. It's actually a sausage. A Chinese style sausage called, well, we call it here kikiam. Kikiam, it's a little bit like chorizo, but not like chorizo. Now, we have actually used this in several other dishes. We usually mix this with pancit. So, for you pancit fans out there, you'll love it. Especially the squid balls. I also mix with pancit as well. Just to add a little bit more weight and more filling to the pancit aside from the noodles. Although if we're talking about pancit, go with the pancit con lechon, which is pancit with lechon pieces on it. So let's try out this kikiam and see how it is, especially with the sweet sauce. You dip it like that. Let's try it. It's a little bit more rubbery compared to a chorizo. Um, it does have that processed meat to it. Although who knows which part of the pig they're using. But yeah, pretty good. If you like Chinese style kind of food, there's one Filipino Chinese infusion that's well worth trying. Now, why is there like, well, even before the Spanish came here in the Philippines, the Chinese actually also traveled to the Philippines even before the 1500s when Spanish were there. So there's always some Oriental food influences in some of our dishes, especially the pancit. Let's try one more. Now this last one, which I have successfully gotten, is another piece of ball. So you will have a lot of balls in your mouth. See? Yeah. So this one is called quack quack. Kwek times 2. Quack quack. Kind of like a duck, but it's not. Well, it's made of quail eggs. It's deep fried quail eggs. Now the coating is mostly flour, that orange thing, and the orange itself is just food coloring. But this is deep fried quail eggs, and then you mix it with the sauce. It is a wonderful thing. Now, like the taho, there are vendors who go around the neighborhood selling these kind of street food. You could also find them, like I said, in the supermarket, and you could also find them in restaurants. Some, but not all. It's pretty good. Actually, the quack quack was still among my favorite among all these four. I think it's more filling. It's not as too much process to it. Now, apart from these four, there are other street foods that you could also try. I didn't get those because they're not really my cup of tea. But there's one that's called isaw, which is chicken intestines. They usually cut in small pieces, similar to the kikiam. It has the same shape as the kikiam sometimes, but they are intestines. So, because here in the Philippines, we try not to waste food. If we if we cook chicken, or if we cook pork, most of it is used. None of it, almost none of it is left. Uh, and even for the last one that I'd probably recommend is chicken's feet. You've probably seen this video. You've probably seen videos of that with Mikey Chan or Mark Weens talking about the chicken's feet, especially when they visited here in the Philippines. Interestingly enough, Filipinos has a funny way of naming that as Adidas. The shoe brand Adidas, we called our chicken feet. Uh, and there you go. This is Filipino street food. I wouldn't say it's. Uh, I wouldn't say it's. It's a very. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's the most interesting stuff that you will ever try. And one disclaimer though, if you're gonna buy street food here in the Philippines or anywhere else, actually, not only just here in the Philippines, if you could see where they're cooking it, if the if the oil is petroleum black, I'd probably stay away from it. But if it's still golden brown, you could still see underneath it, buy it. Usually it's mostly clean. But I wouldn't recommend actually eating this every day, um, because especially the quail egg, because I believe that's it will embrace your heart. It will to the point of giving you eternal life. Anyways, folks, I hope you did enjoy this video. It's a simple street food video that I want to show you guys. More food videos as well, and more walking to come. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please give it a like, share, and subscribe. From Ron TV to you, have a good day.